I really don't feel like making this video at all. I really don't. I just don't feel like talking about City. I definitely don't feel about like talking about last night, but you know what? I will do. So this is not a match report. This is more look at the state of the squad. Who should we sell? Who should we keep? And what's going on? So first of all, I wanted to draw reference to Real Madrid because for all that people knock them, I think they're absolutely a great example as to how City should be moving forward. You know, Real Madrid bought, to my reckoning, just one player last season, and obviously he was the guy who made the difference, Mbappe. And they basically manipulated the contract very cleverly. So they waited till he was on a free and they didn't have to pay a transfer fee and they could use the money for his wages. I think that's excellent. I really do. I'm not critical of that in the least. You know, you look at Real Madrid, they have a really, really strong team. And whoever they buy, even if it's someone like Trent, Terence, whatever from Scousland, you're talking about a top tier player here. And that's really the table that we should be sat on. You know, we need more Marmouches. There's no doubt about that. To me, our key is a 25 to 27-year-old player who's maybe not on the A list, but just bubbling under it and is ready to explode. Don't forget, KDB was not the world beater when we signed him. Everybody's like, who the hell is he? Of course, now we know who the hell he is. But, you know, you really want to look at players like that, players who are just bubbling under that top tier list. And that really should be our marketplace. Maybe mixed in with one or possibly two top tier players. But now it's time to talk about draining the swamp. So, you know, I've said this in a lot of videos and a lot of conversations with fellow Blues. We really can take a lesson out of Liverpool in the 70s. Because what Liverpool did was they had a great team and they won virtually everything. But regardless of that, every season they would buy two different players, just two, to basically improve the squad and take them on to the next level. And they did this in a merciless fashion. The only criticism I have got of Pep at the moment is too much loyalty to too many people who clearly are no longer able to perform at 100%. So I'm going to go through the squad list. And again, this is just me. You may differ. I want to hear your views below. But the question is, who should we sell? Who should we get rid of? And who should stay? So what I did was I did it slightly differently. I did it by contract date. So what I wanted to look at is at what dates do the contracts expire? Can we still get money for them? Basically, that's it. So in 2026, let's start off at the top. The first player whose contract is up is Bernardo Silva. Do I think we should get rid? 100%. I've been saying this all season. And look, I love Bernardo. I really do. But what he's showing us on the pitch is just a shade of what he used to be. The legs have gone. And also there's a willingness to move out of the country and get to sunnier climes. Hey, I live in Los Angeles, so trust me, I fully understand that one. But Bernardo, sayonara, my friend. Time to go. John Stones, his contract's up in 2026. Now, this hurts me. I love John Stones, I really do. I've always loved him. I think he's a superb performer. The problem is injury, always. I mean, look at what happened in Madrid. Johnny, as much as I love you, I think it's time for you to go as well. And, you know, I don't think we'll manage to get a fee for John. I really don't. I think he might be a free. In fact, most of these might be a free, to be quite frank with you. Now, the next one on the list, interestingly enough, is Edison. And I 100% think we should sell to the Saudis if we can. Why? Because that would represent significant funds to play around with. And by the way, the same goes for Ortega. His contract's also up in 2026. If we can get a fee for him, great. But don't forget, that leaves us with two goalkeepers to fill. And that's not going to be an easy task. McAtee makes up the last list on 2026, and I've been saying this for months. Go, 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 go. I know he scored a goal against Madrid. I know he comes on and scores goals, and very nice. But give him 90 minutes, you don't see anything from him. And while there's still interest in him being a young player, we could probably do a Cole Palmer-like transfer and get about 40 mil for him. I like the kid, but he's not a City player, guys. And again, just my opinion. So essentially, I'm saying everybody whose contract is up, Silva, Stones, Edison, McAtee, and Ortega, they need to go. They really do. And also, KDB, you can add KDB to that list. His turn as well. You know, I love him. I don't think he's prepared to stay as an impact substitute. If he was, I would say, great, let's keep him. But I don't think that's what he's looking for. I mean, clearly his reaction after the Madrid game kind of said it all. So again, if we can get money from KDB again from the Saudis, I hate to say it because I love him, but build him the biggest fucking statue possible and say sayonara. Sorry, KDB. But remember, this is about building a new squad, and you've got to be merciless with this. You've got to be. If you're not, we'll run into another season very much like we've got this year. Now, in 2027, this is an interesting list here, because the question is, these are people that we can sell and bring some money in. So the first one on the list, whose contract expires in 2027, is Phil, Stockport Iniesta. Do I think we should sell him? Well, if you'd have asked me a year ago, I would have said you are fucking crazy if you think we'd ever sell Phil Foden. Now, all season, his form has been very, very, well, not poor. He's been a good player, but he's not been Phil Foden. We all know that. Would I sell him? No. But I would give him one more season, even though the contract expires in 2027. So he still has a monetary value, and I would keep him. But bear in mind, we're looking at other players who could very well replace him in the first team. Rodri, no, not selling, no, keeping. Diaz, his contract is up in 2027. Last few games, he's been a little bit susceptible to errors, but I've still got a lot of faith in him, and I don't think we should sell. Not a good move. Grealish, well, here's where I'm different to most City fans. I don't want to sell him. I don't want to sell Grealish. Why? Because he's a smart footballer. He really is. And again, I keep saying it, but Pep's not listening. Push him into midfield. He's got the legs, and he's a lot faster than you may think. I do not want Grealish sold. He's a crowd favourite. We all love him, and he does contribute. And he's one of the few players that constantly keeps the ball, especially this season. Akanji makes up the list here, as does Ake. Now, would I sell both of those? Akanji, yes, I would sell while there's still a monetary value. I really would. I think we've seen the best of him, but this year has been a nightmare for him. I think it's been one season too much. Ake, I love him with all my heart, but we all know the problem. The problem is injury. Would I sell him? Not at the moment, no, because I would give him some time to get fit again. Because once he's fit, he's a huge asset to us. Kovacic, I like Kovacic. I know there's a lot of criticism against him. Would I sell him? It's just a tough one. It really is a tough one. I like him. He's a ball carrier. There's no doubt about that, and extremely skillful. And you know what? I probably wouldn't sell him. I'd keep him. And we need midfielders. We're desperately short. Now, whose contract is up in 2028? These are the real money providers if we get rid of any of these. Gvardiol, no fucking way. Not selling him. Never, ever, ever. He's going to get his own statue, mark my words. Doku, again, a lot of City fans don't like him. I love him. I think that you put him on the pitch and he's a hazard to the defense of the opposing team. Love him. Would not sell Doku under any circumstances. Nunez or Nuge or whatever you want to call him, good guy, but not City standard. And I think we all know that. Sayonara, Nunez. Rico Lewis. It's a tough one. I might sell him only because we need to get funds to rebuild the squad. We're not, funnily enough, we're not made of money. And we also don't know the results of the 115 yet. We should bear that in mind. By the way, the last player who is on that list, whose contract expires in 2028, is a player we haven't even seen play yet, but we all think has got a great future with us, and that's Echeverria, the Argentinian kid. So he's ready to join us, and I think he'll make a huge difference. But what I'm saying is, we got to be tough. You know, I understand Pep's loyalty. I understand the way he supports these players. And look, they love him. He loves them. But it's time to make huge, huge changes, Pep. And if you don't sign another contract, Pep, if I'm pretty sure this is your last year. So this rebuild is the most important. And we kind of want to do a Liverpool in that when Klopp left, look at the squad he left for Slot. So, you know, there's no mystery as to why Liverpool are top of the league at the moment, because they have a stable squad, and it's a good squad, and it's better than ours at the moment. We got to be hard. We got to be tough. We have a new sporting director who's got a very difficult job, but there must be a huge rebuild at the end of the year. And Pep, I want you to stay. I'd love you to sign another contract, but you got to stop with this sentimentality shit. You know, you really have. If players are not performing, stop playing them. Please stop playing Gunda. Stop playing Silva. Those are two players. Our midfield against Real Madrid, one of the best midfielders in the world, was a disaster because we had old legs in the middle of the pitch. Now, when you look at Madrid, they had young, hungry players. They really did. And we can learn a lot from them. Guys, I'm going to sign off now. I'm pretty depressed. Hopefully, the game against Liverpool will give us a better feeling and will bring something home. Hope you enjoyed the video. It's a bit depressing, I know. Most of the players I'm saying we should sell, but I want to hear your thoughts. Who do you think we should sell? Who do you think we should keep? Put your thoughts in the comments below, guys. And as you all know, City till we die. Thank you.